Queen is dead. Long live the king. Back in 86, 87, I used to work for the Queen. Well, not work for her. I used to work in the royal boxes on racecourses. Horses. I wasn't eating then, I was riding a horse. Yeah, I used to be a royal porter. But you didn't know that, eh? Ascot, Kempton, now, places like that. Yeah. At the end of the 3 days, I used to get a bag. One of those money bags full of 20p pieces. Equaling £5. Yeah. I was going to say claim no, I'm not. I was going to say claim to fame then, but it's not really. I was a porter. Yeah, so what I've been doing is spending an hour every now and then when I get some time on the board from hell. Yeah. So I've been comparing it to the good one. I know you can't see because they're down here. And I think I might have found a little problem. What might be causing it all. What might be. Yeah, so we replaced odd CIA. We replaced Gale. We replaced the 020 3 times. And U28, which is an IC chip, which is 1488. Yeah, it's got completely different signals on it compared to the good one. It meets over to a resistor, which is a 10 ohm resistor on the board. Let's see if we can get it out for you. Actually, I'll leave it plugged in. I can show you. I'll bring you over. Ground that end. Right, so this is the 1488, which is the IC chip, which is U28. Pin 3 on here comes to this over here, which is 446, I think, or 346 resistor. Now it comes in, it has a 12 volt line. It's a 12 volt line, this part. So 12 volt line, so you get 12 volts in here, kicks out 12 volts, goes to that. But I think that calls 12 volts as well. So I think it not only pushes it, it pulls it, if you get me. But I'll show you. So if we get these untangled, why do these always tangle up? Come across this, put some power into this. Right, so check the positive side. 10.6. Yeah, even though it's a 12 volt line, this doesn't carry exactly 12 volts, so it's about right. Come to the negative side. -9. Yeah, but I don't think it's that resistor. I think it's this, the 1488, which is a divine ladder, I think. We come down pin 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, minus. That should be 10 volts. Not a -9 volts. Yeah. Let's just check continuity for ground, which is pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pin 7. Yeah, so it's grounded. And then you've got VCC over here, which is, I think, pin 10 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, pin. What pin is it? There you go, pin 12. So pin 12 is 5 volts VCC, so that's fine. But using the using a logic probe, I'm going to probe this and then probe the good working one. The highs and lows are completely different over here on this side. So I think that chip's burnt as well. I think that's where it is. It was 12 volt line from that power pack, not the 5 volt. I think it's fried that. The problem is, I think that's connected to polar as well. And one of the CIA chips. Either odd or even. This is your even. This is your odd. I think it's attached to that one. But yeah, so I'm keeping my eye on a board for this. See if we can get a donor board. But in the meantime, I'll put this aside now because the other stuff's turned up. Membrane and the memory card should be here later on today, hopefully. Package. Yeah. keyboard, I won't say membrane because it's not a membrane. It's a membrane circuit board thingy-majig, which we call it. Oh, why? That's the ribbon. Jesus. Yeah, don't do this. Don't sellotape the ribbons, Jesus Christ. There's pads on the end of that. That's where the tape was. Hopefully they haven't come off. It's neatly packaged, but you don't tape ribbons. Where's me in? Yeah. So wait, these aren't two sheets of laminate put together, like the spectrum membranes we call them. Move that. There's a love letter in there. Sorry. It's flexible. It's not like a circuit board. You've seen me use one of these before. What did I use it on? I think it might have been a 500. About 2 years ago, year and a half ago. The thing about these is they won't delaminate from each other, and if any of the traces get damaged, you can actually scratch them and solder them. Yeah, so it'll last a lot longer. It shouldn't be damaged because it's going to be inside a keyboard. That's what it is. Looks very nice. Unfortunately, you're not going to see it. And then the ribbon. This is for the 1200. You need the ribbon. Obviously, for the 500, you don't need the ribbon. On the 500 version, you'll have one here, and it just plugs directly into the control board, keyboard control board. Whereas on the 1200, you have to took it to the back. I can't remember which way around this goes. I think it's that way. Yeah, it's that way. Right, let's switch this. Yeah, memory hasn't turned up though. As you see, this is 16 gig with a WHD load and I think about 2,000 games. But on the top, there's only half a meg left. So if I open something, it just gives up the ghost. I just wanted to test it, make sure everything's fine. There's a tiny little bit of flicker you get. When you open another screen, the flicker increases a little bit more, but I think it's the 1D1 board. You can actually solder a capacitor. I think it's about 3 to 5 ohms capacitor onto the board, onto a certain point on the board, and it'll get rid of that flicker for you. This board's the, I forgot now. It's not the 1D4. I forgot. Well, we'll find out. It'll come to me in a minute. Well, it'll come to me when I open it up. I'm going to get that off as well. Take the keyboard off because we need the keyboard. Yeah, it won't come to me because it's covered. Yeah. I can't remember. Because it's got a label over the revision. Oh, yeah, it's got the unpluggable mouse board, so it's 2B. Yeah, 2B, yeah. Right, yeah, it is the 2B, yeah. I'm talking myself out of it again. Let's move that out of the way. Let's put that over there in a minute. Right, so if you probably have, but if you haven't, all these little screws, they've all got to come off. Once you've undone them all, just lay it down, you can lift the keyboard off. You just have it that way, and just lift the metal frame off and the membrane with it, but you have to feed the membrane back through the shielding. Yeah, don't worry about turning the keyboard upside down because the keys won't fall out. None of the keycaps will fall out. They're locked in. You don't need to see this me unscrewing 48 screws. No, 36. So once I've done it, I'll bring it back. There we go, that's them. You don't need to worry about the screws because they're all the same. On the 500 the screws are different. Well, they're all the same on the 500, but then when you get to control board, two of them look the same but they're longer, and then one of them looks like it's got a washer stuck to it. And that's for your earth, so yeah, don't mix them up. There you go, it's a Mitsumi. It says on that, I don't know if you can see. Now, for that, you have to make sure to Mitsumi green to get this membrane. They do different types, so don't think this membrane fits them all, because they don't. Remember how to do this. All these on the back here, you see all these? These are all grounds, all earth in each other. The problem with that membrane, when we had the dodgy mouse button, the Amiga key, which was over here, had that little bit of metal or solder or whatever it is, and it was joining the track with one of these grounds. Hence why the mouse wouldn't work. Feed that through there, make sure everything's lined up. And I just repeat the process. Put them all back in. Right, that's it, all done. Oh, that's bent. There we go. That's the membrane in, or printed circuit board, whatever you want to call it. I think that's the right way in it. Yeah, because the board's underneath. And that. Move this. Yeah, should be fine. Oh, that's really long. Overkill. Yeah. Do it like that, shall we? Oh, I've got that one in. I wanted the one. Oh, never mind. I should be able to open. See how. Yeah, I should be able to. Dee. Caps lock works. Yeah. I needed to swap out that SD card for the lesser one. This isn't going to open much. It's running out already. Yeah. Right. Give me 2 ticks. Let me go and get the other SD card and swap it out. The lesser SD. This is just Workbench installed. Well, that's WHD load. So WHD load one takes a lot of memory. Whereas Workbench don't take much. I think it only takes about 200 kilobytes. I hope that's the right one. We'll soon find out. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, see. 1.8. So it's only took 200. System shell. There you go. All works. Sweet. Control Amiga. Yeah, you go. Yeah. Easy upgrade. See, when everybody's upgrading their capacitors and everything, especially if you're keeping it and staying in your collection, you're going out your way to get your capacitors upgraded and everything. You should be upgrading your membrane. because those things go a lot more than capacitors do. Them things are so fiddly, they're horrible things. Those flexies, I think they're, what did I pay? Oh, I paid cheap, 30 quid, but I think they're about 35, 40 quid. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it though. But yeah, if you got an Amiga in your collection, get one of them. It's definitely a proper upgrade. Yeah, you won't get any problems from that. Like the old Spectrum membranes. God, I used to get problems with them on the Spectrum back in the Delhi Thompson Decathlon. You completely knacker the membrane, you take it out and there's holes in it where you've worn it out completely. Package. Cool. From España. I ordered it from Spain, so I don't know why it's come from España. Yeah, sweet. A1208, which is 8 megs. Yeah. Battery, onboard clock. So this has got the FPV socket on it. FPU. Oh, it's got the place where you can put it, which I've got sockets which I could put on there, but I'm not going to put one in. Let's put the battery in anyway. Battery clock is just a little button battery, sits in there. We can get the bloody things out. I hate these things. Out. Yeah. Face down. Pop. There we go. Yeah. And the soldering should be better than this one, than the last one. Yeah. That's a jumper for the 8 to 4 meg. Right, see if I can get this in without using the trapdoor, because I'm lazy. Get in. Good. Get out. Push that in. I'll change the SD card from the 1 meg to the WSD load, because now we've got memory, we can do stuff on it. New keyboard. Right, over that. Get this. So yeah, so the membrane's in, it's to the ribbon, so it plugs in there. On the 1200, 500 version, you'll have that little notch there, and you'll also have one here for the 500. But this is just the 1200. You have seen the board. Go back about a year and a half, 2 years, and you'll see me use the board. Put a new board in for the I think it was 500 I used it on. I think. That's that. Is everything plugged in? Hang on, just check that's switched off. Yeah. We'll have a bit of TV signal. Bit of sound. And hopefully the memory card works first. Go. Right, there we go. New keyboard, new memory. Bring it around so you can see. Caps lock works. Yep. It's up there. No, you can't see. So you can see 1.8 chip and then 6.8 fast. It's 8 meg, it uses meg and a half just to upload, WSD load. Mouse works. Yeah, sweet. Let's run a game. Yeah. See how that memory card worked first go? No faffing about. And so far it hasn't froze. So no, it didn't freeze. Weird that. When you solder properly, how things work. Do we want to try? Oh, it's bouncing a bit. Yeah. I don't know if you can do it on the 2B board. Put that little 3 to 5 ohm capacitor on there to stop that. It stabilises the image. I think it's only on the 1D. No, the 1D1. Yeah, the 1D1. Come on, think of a game. What about not Elite? Frontier. Frontier. Too many bloody games on here. Frontier. I don't know if this works actually. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. Do. Yeah, this one's the working one. I did install Frontier on it, but got it from one site, it didn't work at all. So I had to uninstall it. Why can't I not? Oh yeah, it's after that. What can this sound? There you go. Yeah. Sweet. Not bad for a junker. F10. Get out. There you go. Right, so I can put the case back on it now. The lid and that. Is that everything I need to do in here? Let's screw the board down. No, I need the yeah. Let's power it off a second. Keyboard. Springy. Get in. Look at that, yeah. Back up there. Screw that down and screw that in. Yeah, let's do that. I've got the old Master System controller. It's a good controller, but that bugs the hell out of me. That I might want to change that for the little ball control. That's just horrible. Sweet. Cool. Let's check what it's like. I don't really need to do that because it's only going to be twice as fast, maybe 3 times as fast. 1200 initial, yeah, so I'm 2 1/4 times faster. There's no CPU upgrade. So the FPU is none, but I can put a socket on there and just get an FPU. You can get an FPU from eBay for about 25-30 quid. But I don't need an FPU just to play games and stuff. So right, so the memory is 8 meg, yeah, and then the natural 2 meg. We go to drivers. Is it 0? It's 0, I think. Yeah, it's 0. So it should be about 1.5 megs. Yeah, just over 1.5 megs transfer. Right, so that's good. And the battery's just about right now. So I'm going to finish this here. So close that. Right, there you go. A piece of junk, which is all nice and clean and almost new. Almost. With proper memory in there, what's called proper soldering joints. Even though they said it won't be that. Really. Yeah. So, hopefully, next week, I'm going to try and get that up and running if I've got enough time to get that up and running. If not next week, probably the week after. I'm just in the process of buying a spares board. Yeah, and hopefully the 14888 IC chip isn't damaged on it. Yeah, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to have a couple of games of pinball. And some to eat. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll probably see you next week. Hopefully. Maybe. We don't know. I'm going metal detector now, so. Oh. See ya.